gives? Why would you leave me all alone while I'd cry? Cause the love was never shown and I'd die, slowly fade away to black. No, I'll never get it back. No, I'll never get it back.
The team with the most raw talent Cloud9 has ever had. The team eternally on the fringe of greatness.
Cloud9, they needed to win this series, and they send us out in spectacular fashion. Oh, the Cloud9 journey might just be beginning after all.
Consistently one round away from huge victories.
Just catches it! An MIPR!
Dominant CT sides.
Oh, Floppy blinded at ramp, turns back round, and he's in with the dub.
Public salaries.
Announcing all of the salaries, contract lengths, and transfer fees of all my players.
The most talked about team in the world.
Cloud9's CSGO team is not good enough.
Cloud9 CSGO, a look back, part 1. From the beginning of the roster, Cloud9 always had very strong CT sides. This was due in large part to their strong aim, their confidence, and their ability to shrink the map when pushing forward on the CT side. On every map except Inferno, they worked to find timings and pushes to close down areas that the Ts could be and surprise them with their aggressiveness. They would push as rounds started to tick down, and they would push through smokes on retakes, not letting the Ts get to the afterplant spots that they wanted. We would see Alex doing this a lot, lurking on both CT and T side, getting behind the other team and disrupting their plans. Sometimes he wouldn't even get a kill, but he would force them to now have to worry and start checking everything because they would not know what would be clear and what would not be.
And dropping B, but Alex is on roof. This is
No mercy. Just pistols, just falls back from. And we know that this CT side for Cloud9 is often good. It's often where they do their best work. Just now it's got to be better than ever. And this is a nice little confidence boosting round for the Brits. This lobby flank, he could catch the timing, he could deny that bomb retrieval. Junior dead in the water.
Mation and Spirit don't know. He's got it. Oh my goodness gracious. That flank, just to let him know, we're in your spawn.
Tenacity and grit to make these comebacks happen. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but hell, like, you couldn't ask for it to be moving in a better direction than this.
yeah, 3 for Alex.
Over on T side, in a similar way, the team did a great job at gaining map control with a lurker. For the most part this was Alex, but we would see it with Floppy as well. This allowed the team the ability to rotate to sites quickly if they needed to, and keep the CTs honest and unable to stack the site that they're going to end up on.
So quiet. Floppy has all the room in the world to get an opening kill. You can see Vinny is not looking his way.
He snuck out in the B site while all this is going on, and Floppy's like, boys, you're not going to believe it. No one's home at B, so he's in through the B site.
Shine now as he moves up on long, and Furia are panic rotating B. Junior will reconsider, but Alex is so deep again. He's got a lovely little timing here.
Maluki's up, fires off first. While this has gone on, Floppy has snuck out B, gotten himself deep within the site, and now is calling for this bomb to rotate back over. Malbs is dead. The B site belongs to Cloud9, and Alex is pincering in through Ivy.
Raw aim was one of the biggest strengths of the team. They made up for a lot of their strategical and utility gaps that they had with just being able to straight up outduel teams. In terms of raw firepower, this was the best Cloud9 may have ever had.
Vitality flash in, that's a good spray. Oh no, Arts missed the timing.
Oh, Come in on a heaven rotate in an attempt to cut out some of these retaking players. That's if Zephyr leaves you anyone to find.
With that raw aim and the combination of the patience of Floppy and Mezzy with the pushing style of Alex, Cloud9 was great at holding sites as the T's executed onto them. Floppy was great at playing sites solo and being patient around their utility, and Mezzy had some of the most poise I have seen, playing sites perfectly, never panicking, and consistently getting more kills than he should have. And then, once the T's thought they had the site, Cloud9 wouldn't wait for the utility to fade. They would push, not let them get comfortable, catch them off guard. They enjoyed running in and being part of that chaos and not letting the T's set up and get to their afterplant positions.
So it's going to be Mezzy or nothing. First kill, granted, that's Axagon. Second kill from Mezzy, stepping up to the plate when they need him the most. Woxic feeling frisky going in through the smoke, and the backup is here. Good job from Lionel Mezzy.
To Alex as well. 4-on-2, Cloud9 holding strong, and not an easy round to get back into. This AK's got to really save the day.
To keep this game alive, in CT, S-Tag strikes with the orb. Zeppa's going to swing out and add another one to the tally.
As the trade counts, Goofy have a doubles up to take Alex and Woxic out. Mezzy on the back of the sideline.
For this game and destroy them here and now, then that could be the setup for a 2-0 for Cloud9. Oh, Floppy here in the monster. Oh, he's done a lot of...
What happens, so... Oh, that's a huge kill to get. That's a really huge kill. Now they go for the wrap into the side.
Oh.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's a nice
an
shot.
insane shot. Mezzy, though, this
Mezzy,
burst up phenomenal from him, and he's actually making a really good situation of what otherwise is...
Flashbang is on point. 2 kills from S-Tag. There's Floppy with a D kill and a little bit further damage. This scout prime for the taking. Woxic snaps it into Chopper, and now this just eye disbalance, but he does get Woxic first and disengages from the situation.
Jesus.
Bomb, however, does not belong to him.
Oh, how are you going to win back this round, man?
That duo of deadly deagles.
Dude, the double dragons. That's great.
Alex has a great feel for the game. His reads on the opponent in the early and mid round were always really good. This allowed him to be able to get himself and the team into positions that create advantages, either through kills or through map control. He was great at when to call a fast T round after many rounds of the normal default style that he typically plays.
Mezzy gonna turn his back over to Mini. Woxic nails the shot, and so does S-Tag. Immediately into the 4 versus 1. You said it in the pistol. Cloud9 have a strong A pop.
On both sides of the map, he was able to find these gaps and adjust to the ways either the CT or the Ts were playing in order to get advantages.
Drop what is now 3 of these Ts tagged within that range of lethality. Alex challenge, but in doing so, Chopper finds a headshot.
This is kind of a bait, so they're going to make noise in front of Alex, so they think they kill the mid guy. He's going to hear them rotating lower, and look at his teammates rotating over as well. This is so smart.
Woxic, though, he hasn't actually crossed just yet. Little hesitation, understandably.
And he's still here. They could just bust out mid on him or go back up cap. It's silent, actually, walk up. I guess they heard Woxic cross, and they're using this against Cloud9. An even better adaptation here by Team Spirit.
Really cool. And because of that, now Alex, he has to have the responsibility of helping out on the A site. There is nobody to contend on long, however, and there's 35 seconds. They're going to throw that SMG into the T's setup, it seems. Molotov down on the stairs, flashbang for Mezzy. Because of the molly, they may not expect it. That's a good first kill and further information. Alex opting not... Wait. Hold on, their diversion back to the B site. This could still end up playing into the hand of Alex's initial call. They have to contest this B site, but Woxic still stands within it. Chopper, he's going to try to cut down the CT player, but if they can't get out from tunnels, then nothing even matters. And Floppy just buying time. SDY with his guard down, bomb dropped, and that rotate comes back to pay off. It seemed like Spirit had out-rotated Cloud9.
Oh, damn. That was one of the highest level rounds I've ever seen on Dusty, straight up and down.
Wow.
After the first few matches, Cloud9 got really good at using their utility in the mid-map areas to gain map control. Their style of defaulting and slow taking control worked because they knew how to take areas and had good utility to do that.
Luki's still committed. This is a dangerous position. With the flash coming in, he has to dodge, and Art's calling them, it's clear. There's the molly. Cloud9 are going in.
Yeah, not waiting, just running down Fury.
Except Junior, who's calling for a bit of help. Keserata moving in. Junior, oh, he's flashed off. Perfect timing for that kill. Keserata doesn't want to...
Let's get into their weaknesses. One of their biggest weaknesses was just not being good enough at enough maps. They were strong on Overpass, they were okay on Dust 2 and Nuke, and pretty poor on every other map. This most likely had to do with them being a whole new team together and just taking time to get better. But if a match didn't have Overpass, it was going to be pretty tough.
Best man for the job. Bombs on the floor and short. 3 players are here, and Alex won't be able to hold on to the bomb site. Floppy smoked off. Got to really try and avoid that spray, and they may have cooled around already. Lost position.
Another one of their biggest and most painful flaw was just the utter lack of utility when executing on sites. They would go in dry, they would miss utility, or be executing before the utility had landed, and so often it cost them many, many rounds.
Go into the T side with... Oh dear.
Down at least.
Stop molly's a bit too deep, yeah.
There were also plenty of times where the player entering would have full utility and never use any of it.
The door comes inward. Mezzi gonna turn his back over to Mini. Woxic nails the...
One's in Graveyard. Surely Sanji's got him down guaranteed. P50 to bait Sanji. Only...
One round in particular that stands out to me, where they had a 4v1 versus an eco. They had 4 smokes and 3 flashes. They used none of them when entering the site and ended up losing the round to just the Deagle.
Fame would have to go nuclear on the site. They're going to run in and clear, and 2 kills, 3 kills for Fame! He's got the AWP, and he's got a real chance of causing an upset here. Cloud9 should have never let this happen, but Fame goes back to the Deagle. One more shot, and Fame makes it work!
That is unbelievable.
This was something that improved over time, but even at the very end, they still struggled mightily with it. This was something that was unexpected to me because they had Floppy and assistant coach Josh Mix from the old Cloud9, who this was their biggest strength, and yet it was so bad and it lost them so many maps.
No one home. Nafany trying to hit shots and not even trying, doing another opportunity. Mezzi just about has it.
Is playing very reserved back in that B bomb site, so already anticipating the A hit. They've got 2 in the right place. Maluki strikes.
Cloud9 are hitting B now. It's all they've got in their pocket.
Oh, Malves just swings it. He just takes the fight. Oh, it's brutal. Oh, the humanity. Avert your eyes.
This roster did tend to panic when things didn't go right, or they would start to get antsy. Instead of checking corners or slowing down, they would end up rushing to spots and getting killed.
Just Jet from Virtus Pro. Still 2 players remain. Yekindar through the smoke is devastating them. How many bullets has he got left? Enough to pop Mezzi. And sudden tornado bullets from Yekindar. Pop flash, the numbers game now. Cloud9 can try to abuse it. Esk smoke that we spoke about yesterday is put down.
They would rush to trade without proper utility to back it up. Or when their plan gets caught, they end up lost and unsure what to do, doubling back and wasting a bunch of time.
You don't have to rush B here, right? Like, you've got nothing. Not even a bad call. They've got so many grenades that will never be used, right? If they go down with this full battle util, it's just wasted money, and they actually bail. They flash off. Scoped up for S-Tag. It's an off angle. S-Tag shouldn't hit this, and Maluki's ready for the jiggle. 5 on 3, and they know Cloud9 are hitting B now. It's all they've got in their pocket.
They're just going to pick. He's actually going all the way out.
Oh, it doesn't control the spray. And we're off to middle. Great flash. Oh, Floppy.
Too early.
Second too early indeed, and the flash was right in front of his face as well. Just a little bumpy.
It's a passive line he's been forced onto. Still finds one. She was great.
Always good for one. Pop flash, so brutal. And Mezzi, yeah, too many. Here it goes, and there goes Alex. No one in support, Chad. You painted the pic. He's got himself up.
He's hearing this.
Yeah, and he is set for one. Quickly traded, lightning fast trade from Zeppa. And if they can get flash as best he can, Tunnels is such a threat. Oh, big spray from S-Attack. He connects, another reveals his presence, but Mezzi with some aggression, needed another. Nafany denies it again with the clutch. The in-game leader from Gambit continues to cause chaos. He steals the...
Clearing and making sure each angle was checked was another struggle. It felt like at least once a map they would forget to clear something, which would result in a complete round loss.
Ooh, Perfecto has this round in the palm of his hand. Luckily enough, Simple and Electronic. The scary thing is, right, is it just feels like this outside hold of Simple and Electronic, it's terrifying enough.
All that util redundant.
Daphne's
all
flashing.
their backs turned, and now with this steady aim, he's so set up for success, and he doesn't miss. Zeppa
fast enough, and Alex catches him through the smoke as it blooms. Mesideo, catching Messi from below, grabs himself a gun, but he lets him up and pass as he jumps over the top.
And so Floppy is removed from the round. Pesadello pushed up in the bathrooms, not cleared by Alex, so it's going to fall to Zeppa if he were to get discovered. However, Zeppa's going long. Skulls is rotating up early, and Alex is in danger of getting backstabbed by this Toilets player.
Versus Ecos, this team lost a lot of rounds, but also they lost a lot of players in the rounds that they did win. Instead of getting clean rounds versus Pistols, they would lose 3 to 4 players, making it hard to build up their economy. This would leave them 1 round away from having to eco themselves a lot, even if they would win 5 or more rounds in a row.
not ideal. Smoke is good, but Hobbit's caught Alex as well. Esatag has to be the hero here, and the bullets are close to finishing off the job through the smoke. Shiro
They've been patient, or they get rewarded for it. Malbs in a bit of a rough spot, gets wrapped from the short side with the first. Now tucked in at the CT vent, there is another man. These partial buys, or forced buys rather, are always finding success for Team 1 up against the rifles.
And lastly, their overall coordination was poor. Now this is something that improved from tournament to tournament and is expected of a new team, but many times there were teammates' backs who weren't being watched.
Back at them.
Oh, he's up here quickly, man. Is there anybody in heaven at the moment? Oh!
Or the angles being held weren't actually watching the back of the player who's holding a different angle. Or no one was watching the flank. Or utility wouldn't be coming in with them. Or they would enter a site all looking the same way, not checking one direction. Or they would end up peeking one by one.
Through the Molotov, and Skulls is ready to dish out death. There's two from Skulls. Oh, Prin.
Or giving up their life when the play was to go somewhere else. Just lots and lots of coordination mistakes in every game.
He's gonna fall, and that offers an AK over to Chopper, but
a nade actually landing perfectly from Exile. He's got the top spin, and Shiro doesn't miss, barely flinches. Attack, he had his flank covered now. Oh. He has to lose his head. Oh dear, it's only Zeppa to clutch up. Time's on his side. One more frag will do it, but he's defusing safe.
Landed for him.
All right, Exile has been a pillar of consistency. You can see Shiro hiding, ready now, moves in, and no, the no-scope's not there. Alex is finished off. A chance. A good one, but Shiro still doing damage. How does he get Esatag in that situation? A chance now onto Mezzi as well. Eventually they silence him. Nafani's the next port of call. And look at his timing. Just more chaos. He gets the bomb. And we're off to middle. Great flash. Oh, Floppy.
Too early.
Second too early indeed.
Time. 2 versus 4. S-Tag's alive with 5 HP. Kika and Buster doing what they can. They don't have the bomb right now. 35 seconds. Is there enough time to do this? Buster's been lurking the entire time. S-Tag still in connector. There could be a run here from Virtus Pro, but this is going to be a very important fight. S-Tag looking the wrong way, but backing off. Spotted by Buster. Just about 2-on-2. 20 seconds left.
Bomb just about to be recovered, but they have to go B. I don't think they can go back A. And both CTs were here, but they're actually rotating away.
Oh no, where's the
Messi
bomb?
taking the first fight. Kill is found. 9 seconds. They're going to get that bomb down just in time. And Woxic has to clutch with the AWP. He's sitting back at Heaven right now. Goes into the underpass position. Oh, Deagle in hand. He spots the first player spamming the site, trying to see if he can desperately get an early frag. He knows that one of them's low. That's why he's deciding to go with the Deagle here, but he's continuing to clear the angles, and it's not going to happen. Buster closes it out, and Virtus Pro take it 2-0.
I can't believe that clutch from Virtus Pro. Definitely the better team on the day, just too strong. And today, overtime was not meant to be for Cloud9. So close, but to lose it like that has got to be frustrating. That's their first game of
This team's raw power was incredible. They had amazing talent, very smart players, and everyone had some great strengths. Every area they lacked in could be practiced and honed in on. And I believe in a different environment or with more time, this team could have been in the running with the best teams in the world. A very unfortunate end to the most talented roster Cloud9 may have ever seen. Don't forget to subscribe, as part 2, an analysis of the structure that Cloud9 used, will be out next week.